Do you know what the simplest way to start telling your story is? I'll tell you, the simplest way to tell your story starts with something incredibly easy, and we're going to practice here right now. You ready to go? Hey, I'm Julie Jordan Scott. We may or may not have met yet. And oftentimes I'm outside, I'm running around town doing things, but today I'm going to sit right here. This is going to be a quick, easy video for you to take something useful from and perhaps to offer something back or do some practice right away. That's pretty cool. I think so anyway. You get to practice what we talk about, which will help you improve right here and right now. So one of the easiest ways to practice your storytelling skills is by learning how to make introductions or learning how to make connections through conversation. So I'm going to throw out some questions, or actually some sentence starters, and then you can just fill out a piece of paper. I actually did this on a whiteboard until I realized that it's not really good for video. I don't know how to negotiate this. So instead, I'm just going to put it over here. What I will do is I will put in the pinned comment and in the description this list. Because what I would love for you to do after the video's over is to take those questions, just copy and paste them. You can copy and paste them into a document. You can also copy and paste and answer one or two in a comment, because I would love to hear from you, because my whole point in being here is to connect with you. I wouldn't be making videos if I didn't think they would help somebody. My hope is they will help you. So the first thing you'll want to say is, my name is Julie Jordan Scott. Second question has two options. The first one is very basic. I could answer that. I live in a 250-year-old manse in Northwest New Jersey. I could say that. And the other part of it, if you don't want to be online saying where you live, then you could try this. It's actually a very connective question. I learned this at a workshop years ago at a women's conference, and I have remembered it and used it. In fact, I used it right away. I learned it on Wednesday at this conference. On Friday, I was at a big business dinner thing with my husband. I didn't know anybody at my table. So I decided to try it out and see how we could get the conversation going. And so I started asking people, where did you grow up? Because I learned that this question is one that can connect people. And if you ask, where did you grow up? The second question you ask, oh, what did you like best about it there? Okay, I'll show you that. You can say to someone tomorrow or a half an hour from now. You can also say it in your YouTube video or on a blog post or wherever you are. I grew up in Glen Ridge, New Jersey and Dana Point, California. Two very far apart places. Now, chances are most people I meet are going to hold on to one of those two places because they connect with them somehow. And then conversation from there. They might not ask you a follow-up question, so then you can just come back with asking them more questions or talking more about your life. But it's always good to connect through asking questions and actually listening and being interested. So important. This is a typical Julie question. You might not want to use this one, but it's very important to me to know what matters to me most of all right now is. What matters to me most of all right now is. Because this tells you what people are up to, what their thoughts are. And a little something you might not know about me is that for a while I worked as a rideshare driver. And I did this a couple of times. One before my daughter got married to help pay for that thing. And then again, when I was moving out of California, I wanted to cover as much ground in Bakersfield as I could because I was sad about leaving and I wanted to see as much of the town as I could while kind of having choice of places to go. And then once again, after I moved to New Jersey, I actually went back to California for the famous trip that was supposed to be 9 days that lasted 5 months. And I had to take care of some crises in my family and sort of stitch up some that I left behind there. I needed to make somehow because things went really off the rails there. So these are the kind of questions that I would ask my Uber passengers. And let me tell you, I got great tips and great compliment of how I was a driver. I think because I took an active interest in people. So what matters to me most of all right now is, and right now sitting in this chair, what matters to me most of all is that you get something out of this video, that you walk away from this video thinking about things differently, thinking about your story differently, thinking about connection differently. So if you want to put in the comments something about that, that'd be great. Or you want to send me a direct message on my email below as well. What I would like to offer you is, so that's the next question. What I would like to offer you is, now I don't know if Kay and Row hiking happens. I think the name of your channel. One of my favorite, some hikers here, also in New Jersey, they helped me find a place 10 minutes from my house where I could access the Appalachian Trail that I didn't know existed when I was new to New Jersey. And I literally looked up Appalachian Trail, New Jersey, and I met Kevin and Ro. Met YouTube, never met them in person, maybe someday. But what they offer me is hiking around where I live, and invaluable. And to this day, like they did a series about one of their playlists. I think it's like short hikes, great views. I think that's it. Just really great stuff. So what they offer me, simply because they're really good people and offer a lot, is great hikes, great tips, and all these places that are fairly close to me that I can drive to easily. And they also offer me entertainment. They had a great video recently where they got drenched by waterfalls, and rain. They were looking for waterfalls and they got drenched in the rain. It was so entertaining and they were such good sports. That's what they offer me. What I would like to offer you is a new perspective, perhaps. What I would like to offer you is, I made up a graphic with these questions on it. It's on my Instagram. I will link that post on my Instagram, and you can, if you don't want to copy and paste it into a document, you might want to use that. That's something I can offer you. Oh, I can offer you a subscription to my Substack channel. It's free. There are options where you can pay for subscription, but please don't. Just go for the free, because I'm pretty much giving all kinds of goodies over there right now, because this challenge that I'm doing is daily content here on YouTube, daily content over in Substack. Since I started on Substack last week, started really working on it, my subscriptions have gone up 300%. That's just because I only started with 8 subscribers. Anyway, the next question, really important and part of my ongoing study, something I learned today from Adam Grant. You might have heard of Adam Grant before. He's a researcher from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. And it's about writing contribution journals, where you're keeping track of someone or somehow you helped in the community. So something I helped someone with today was something I heard about this morning. I was completely taken by it. I wrote about it in Good Morning Love. So I already have used this to tell my story, because I wrote about it already and posted it like within a half an hour. And I had a Focus Mate, which is where I body double and work with someone else. And my partner on Focus Mate told me that something I told her yesterday about how I don't drink coffee first thing in the morning. I drink water first. And I learned that from some scientist who said your body will do better if you don't start with coffee, if you start with water and then wait like an hour. I always wait an hour to drink coffee in the morning. She is a big coffee drinker. And she kind of looked at me like I was, and then she looked it up. And she said to me, Julie, thank you so much for opening my eyes to drinking coffee in a new way. Because this morning she didn't get to meditate quickly enough. And she decided she was going to try not really my technique. Okay, something I helped someone with today was another really good thing. Like, what did you help with someone today? I helped someone with, how did you make a contribution? And then the last thing is a question I ask a lot. It's really good to clear the air. Or if you don't have anything in common with that person, or even if you might have some kind of adversarial belief with that person, something I'm grateful for right now is, by the way, all of y'all could write in the comments, what are you grateful for right now? Something I'm grateful for right now is that this was a super easy video to make. Also known as a talking head video. Talking head videos are super easy to do. I like to get outside though. I like to get outside. Time of day, and I wanted to get this done, so here we are with me sitting at my desk where a lot of my writing magic happens. So I really love it here. Something I'm grateful for right now is all of you who are watching this. Something I'm grateful for right now is friends and family who support me and what I do. I'm gonna get emotional. Something I'm grateful for right now is the time that I've had living in this remarkable place that I've lived in for the past couple of years. in this 250-year-old manse in Northwest New Jersey that I will be leaving fairly soon. And I'm just so grateful that I've had the chance to live here. I've had the time of my life, which is a great thing anyone can. So in total, when you want to start telling your story, you can start off with talking about who you are. What is your name? Where do you live? Where did you grow up? What matters to you right now? This is really good because it can stir up your passions depending upon the topic. What I would like to offer you is the world, what you have to offer them. That's not necessarily a financial thing. That's not necessarily trying to sell them something, but it's just like, here's a gift I have. I'm this or that. So, an actor, you need me to put something together for you on stage or help you with public speaking, I can do that. And I'm happy to, by the way. Something I helped someone with today was, this will help you to feel better about yourself. You know, I helped that friend of mine. What else I did was, one of my friends sent me a text earlier this morning. I'd forgotten about this. She just had a baby. And I literally told her, 3-hour time difference. If you wake 2 a.m. and you just need someone to talk to, I'll be awake. Call me. Call me. I'm leaving the sound on for you. So simple, and yet can make such a difference. And then finally, what are you grateful for right now? I so appreciate you watching through to the end. If I can help you in any way, please let me know. Otherwise, come back around and look for me on the next video. And one of my favorites from the recent past is going to show up somewhere around here. I hope you watch and subscribe and just hang out with me. I guarantee that we will have a good time getting to know each other, and you'll be able to tell your stories, even if your stories are embedded in your video itself. Thanks so much, and we'll see you very, very soon. Take good care.